Hello everyone, myself is Ms.S.Geetha Priya, Assistant Professor from the Department of Medicine from RMDEC. In this lecture, we will be seeing about attribute data models from geographical conclusions. So, attribute data model. We'll see what is an attribute first. So, in geographical information system, we know about what is spatial data. Spatial data is nothing but geographic location present on the earth. So, in this image, the first diagram, there are 4 partitions in the square, which has 4 different spatial data. So for each spatial data, there will be associated attributes will be there. That means if you are considering one spatial location, for example, we can take RMDEC college. There is one spatial location. So that spatial location will be having some characteristics values of it. The characteristics value will be called an attribute data. For example, the attributes may be what is the name of the college, that is R&D Engineering College, where it is located, what type of land it is. So these are the types of attributes associated with that particular spatial data. So now we know what is spatial data and what is an attribute data. In this example also you can see for the spatial data tree, the table for so for all the spatial data, they are allocated a table there. That is, the table represents the attribute data. So for 3, that is the ID of the spatial data, and what is the corresponding zone, and what it is corresponding zip. So these are the 2 attribute data associated with this particular spatial data. So now we'll see what are the types of data model present. So data model is nothing but kind of storage area, or how you are going to store the attribute data. So data model is nothing but how you are going to store your attribute data. So in this we are having certain types. So the types of data model are tabular, hierarchical, network, relational, and object oriented. So in this lecture we will be covering the first 3 data models that are tabular, hierarchical, and network. So first we'll see about what is a tabular data model. So tabular data model is the simplest version of data model. In this you are going to have only one associated table with your spatial data. In that one table you are going to store all your attribute data. So this is as much as simple. Only one table, whatever the data you are collecting from the spatial, you are going to, the corresponding attribute is going to be stored in that one particular table. So, but the disadvantage of this tabular data model is, so as the number of or volume of data increases, you cannot quickly find the data. Suppose you want to search for a particular attribute data from the table now. If the volume of the data increases, it will be difficult for me to find the data quickly. So this is one disadvantage. Also, that storage also a main disadvantage of this tabular format. So the next one, hierarchical data model. So hierarchical data model will be in the structure of tree format. That is, it is in a tree structure. The same way where you have studied in DBMS. So hierarchical data model is going to be in a form of or tree structure. So each parent will be having any number of children. So in the hierarchy base, you are going to see for it. The first hierarchy is occupation. The second hierarchy, 2 children associated with the occupation. And the third hierarchy, for 1,000, there is 2 children, and 1,001, there is 2 children associated with this. So this is called as hierarchy. In this tree structure, a parent can have any number of children with it, but a child can have only one parent. So this is the main constraint of the hierarchical data model. So this is also it's not it's having certain disadvantages when you are going to work on GIS. So here also, if the nature of the data changes or nature of the primary data changes, it will be tedious for you to reallocate the data, or it will be tedious for you to search for the data. So the next one is network data model. Network data model is similar to hierarchical data model. Here also you are going to follow certain hierarchical. But the one thing in your hierarchical data model is a parent can have any number of children, but a children can have, or a child can have only one parent to it. But in network data model, it breaks the rule of hierarchical data model. So a parent can have any number of children, as well as the child can have any number of parents to it. But this network model, data model also contains a disadvantage. So what are the disadvantages? If a parent is having numerous children, but also a child is having numerous number of parents, means it will be tedious for you to find the relationship between a parent and a child here as the volume of data increases. If the model is simple, it will be easy for you to travel through the network, or it will be easy for you to fetch the data. But when the volume of the data increases, it will be tedious for you to find the relationship between the parent and the child. So these are the three basic data models we will be using the GIS, but currently these three data model are not in use. Once in the beginning of the GIS era, they have been using the tabular, hierarchical, and network data model, but these three are not in current use. Relational and object-oriented data model is the one which is being used in today's GIS projects or whatever may be. So about the relational data model and object-oriented data model, we will be seeing it in the next video lecture. Thank you.